morning. Here's a word for you for the day. This is from Philippians chapter 2, verses 12 through 15. Hope you enjoy it. This is the Apostle Paul writing to a group of people that he traveled through as in one of his first missionary trips, and a church was started. He started a church, and so this is a letter to them, and this is a great point. This is from the Message Bible. What I'm getting at, friends, is that you should simply keep on doing what you've been doing from the beginning. When I was living among you, you lived in responsive obedience. Now that I'm separated from you, keep it up. Better yet, redouble your efforts. Be energetic in your life of salvation, reverent and sensitive before God. That energy is God's energy, an energy deep within you. God Himself willing and working at what will give Him the most pleasure. Do everything readily and cheerfully, no bickering, no second guessing allowed. Go out into the world uncorrupted. Breathe a breath of fresh air in this squalid, polluted society. Provide people with a glimpse of good living and of living for God, carrying the light-giving message into the night, so that you'll have good so that all have good cause to be proud of you on the day that Christ returns. So, basically, and you got to remember, this is ancient. This is Roman times. This is maybe 15 BC, 20 BC, when Paul arrived there, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But basically, what Paul's saying is, remember your salvation when you were first saved. Remember what God did for you. Remember how you lived. Remember how free you were, and how we operated in freedom and the joy of our salvation. That's what Paul says. And the point I want to make is, sometimes I need to go back to that point of salvation, just living free for Christ and not getting caught up in the world or anything else in the entrapments of trying to walk in God, but not living in grace and not living in the freedom of Christ. And that's really big. Living in the freedom of Christ. That's huge. That's really huge. Going back to that first salvation, that first moment, and living in that, and being a breath of fresh air to everybody around. The society that these people were living in was way different than the society we live in, and that culture was way different. But the principles are still the same. Going back to that point and living as a child in Christ and being obedient to Him, being a breath of fresh air to everybody around. That's awesome. So I pray God blesses you today. I pray you're a breath of fresh air to everybody around you, that you bring joy and salvation and hope, and that you change the atmosphere of wherever you go, and that wherever the soles of your feet land, that the kingdom is there. So God bless you. Have a great day.